What in the heck is going on, guys? It is Powerbang bringing you another episode of AxePB. It has been a couple of weeks since we have put one of these out. However, you guys have been sending the question my way on Twitter. You can find me at Powerbang Gaming on Twitter to submit your AxePB question for my next episode. But let's get straight into it. CoronaGuard Gaming asks, what did you, as a 10-year-old kid, want to be when you grew up? AxePB. So, as a 10-year-old kid, I was big into baseball. I felt like I was pretty good. My aspirations were to actually play professionally, and dang it, it nearly happened. It got to the point where my senior year of high school, I was called in the 10th round of the Major League Baseball draft. I passed up on the offer thinking I could do better coming out of college. However, got the elbow hurt, ended up tearing my ulnar collateral ligament, my UCL, had Tommy John surgery, and came back throwing about 4 to 5 miles per hour slower on average. I was throwing 91, 92 miles per hour in high school, so it was, looking pretty good for a while, but then it just did not pan out. But hey, I don't have any regrets. I wouldn't have met my wife, had my kids and all that, had my career path not gone astray. So good question. Wong Clash asks, who you think is the most YOLO attacker in the community? Now, I don't know exactly, what every clasher in the community is capable of, nor do I know the personnel of every team. Not going to pretend that at all. However, looking at my own clan, there are a couple players that come to mind that can really do a great job executing base attacks on short notice, very little scouting, and essentially YOLO, you only live once, for those of you guys that don't understand the term. But yeah, just going in and pulling off the triple. The first one of those players is Caps, coming in at Town Hall 11, executing dips like with no thought whatsoever, generic armies, just going in and taking care of it. I've even seen him pull off a couple Town Hall 11 hits that were pretty impressive as well. The other one is at Town Hall 9, and that is Lucas, bringing an air attack. He can take a pre-built air army and take out almost any base at Town Hall 9, which is incredibly impressive, and not only that, pretty difficult too. Philip Nichols asks, what is your favorite hero, troop, spell, and defense? Now, that's a lot of questions, Philip Nichols, you sneaky kid. You're sneaking them all in there on me. What is your favorite hero? We'll start with that. My Archer Queen is probably my favorite hero. She is also my least favorite hero. I want to smack her more often than not. However, if it weren't for her, I would not have near the amount of Dark Elixir that I do. That Super Queen is beast. And on top of that, what about those Queen Walks and Queen Charges, guys? That sets up most all 3-star attacks at any Town Hall level at Town Hall 9 or higher. So I got to go with the Queen there. As far as my favorite troop, absolutely positively the Baby Dragon. Something about it. It's cute, it's awesome, it's super angry when by itself, can rage up and take out a whole crap ton of stuff. So I love those baby dragons, the versatility that they provide. Moving on to spells, my favorite spell is, it's got to be the Rage spell. Absolutely love the Rage spell. A close second being the Skeleton spell after this latest update. Lots of neat stuff that you can do with the Skeleton spell, but usually you need more than one to make something cool happen. So that's why I lean in favor of the Rage spell. As far as defense, which one is my favorite? That's a tough question. I never really look at defensive buildings all that much, but if I had to pick one that I thought was the coolest, probably the Hidden Tesla. Really cool idea. I've always liked Teslas since all the way back in the day when playing Command & Conquer, Red Alert, when the Teslas were the strongest defense out there. And, you're defending your base against the Russians. So we'll go with the Tesla for that one. Thanks for the question, man. Canadian asks, why don't you self-promo your t-shirts in your shop more? Everyone needs one. These things look freaking amazing. To be honest with you, Canadian, I have not caught up yet on the branding that I've put out. My new logo and my new color scheme and all that. Since I updated that, I have not done a new line of shirts or apparel. I have intentions of getting there. It just hasn't been a super high priority. Maybe sometime down the road we'll put some updated stuff out. I'm glad you like the stuff though, man. And I do too. I have quite a few of my own items. And they are super comfy, a much higher quality than I anticipated when I first got it going. Thanks for the question. L1 iHicks or Licks, I don't know. Sorry. He asks, were you scared at the end of the recent war against We Are Spartans, AxePB? No, I wasn't. Very simple answer. I don't really get scared or anxious for the end of wars, really. I just try to strategize to do as best as we possibly can, score as many stars as possible, not really worry too much about what the enemy can do, and just max out the stars on our end. Now, there are close wars, but all I expect is that we do the best we can. We live with results, and we aren't scared to lose, as you can probably tell by looking at our war log. Tori Maryberry asks, what do you think about a marketplace, a place where you can exchange resources? Now, that's actually a pretty cool idea. I remember having something similar to this, basically like the auction house on WoW, way back in the day. And I remember offering up the resources that you would farm. It gives a new meaning to farming. If you're particularly good at something, for example, dark elixir farming, you could just go farm the crap out of DE with a goblin knife or something, and then trade that resource for something that you may need more of. Now, this is probably never going to happen in this game, nor I don't think it should, but it's kind of a cool idea to think about. And I could see it being kind of fun as long as the players themselves could set how much of each resource they were willing to give up to get a certain amount in return. I think that would be neat. Basically having the players set the market as far as scarcity goes and what's in demand and what is not. That might be kind of fun. Oliver Schneider asks, Powerbang Gaming, what happened to the Town Hall 9 free spell? Can your clanmates make that work? Oliver, I don't know that there's a good answer for this one. The Town Hall 9 free spell really has never been very good. It's a level 1 free spell, and whether that's at Town Hall 9 or Town Hall 10, a level 1 freeze just is not going to do a whole heck of a lot for you. Free spells are typically used to freeze out an Inferno Tower, and when you're attacking an Inferno Tower at Town Hall 9, you better hope that it's a low-level Inferno and not a max-level Inferno. A level 1 freeze just simply does not freeze it for long enough to make a significant difference, and you're almost always going to be better off with a heal and or rage, moving yourself through those Inferno Towers much more quickly with your troops. Now, there are very rare instances where a Desperation Freeze may come in handy, but there is no real use for it at Town Hall 9 that a heal or rage cannot do just as well or better, more often than not, much better. So, Adam COC asks, what do you think of Town Hall 9 base building meta? Is it possible to defend hogs right now? Now, to answer this question, that could be a little bit tricky because a lot of people are seeing old style bases that still have those, predictable double giant bombs that they can get with a kill squad and still send the hogs, around the outside of the base that the kill squad does not get. Adjusting the meta bases a little bit, and I hope to have some more time in the very near future to go over some base design ideas with you guys, especially at Town Hall 8, Town Hall 9, and Town Hall 10. I think that there's definitely a way to defend against hogs. I don't feel that they're extremely overpowered. They're definitely stronger than they were before, obviously, because they're only affected at a normal rate by the damage put out by giant bombs. But I look to the Clan War League that it has been, come out with week 1, essentially, and there were very few clans that had over a 50% hit rate at Town Hall 9. That includes cleanup attacks, guys. So what I'm thinking is, if all of the most elite clans out there, at least the majority of the most elite, very high level, very good clans, if only a handful of those are hitting at more than a 50% hit rate, is it really that overpowered? Stats and results lead me to say no. There are quite a few clans. The more clans hitting way under 50% than are hitting over it. So that leads me to believe that even with further base adjustment and defensive adjustment, Town Hall 9 could get even harder as time goes on. That being said, is it easy to just drop a whole bunch of hogs and heal them on a, subpar base? Absolutely. You will steamroll those bases 100% of the time. What else do we got here? Brian Hawkshaw says, with your new video on Town Hall 10 mass baby dragons with the queen charge, do you think it can be effective at Town Hall 9 as well? Absolutely. You might check out the video that I hope to be putting on the screen right now, but I have done a video on Town Hall 9 mass baby dragons before. It's something that we see all the time in our wars. Probably 2 or so Town Hall 9 raids per war are mass baby dragons. Oftentimes that's coupled with a quad quake and a queen charge to get 3 air defenses, and usually a hound comes out of the CC to tank the fourth. So absolutely it's viable, absolutely it's effective. I highly recommend it on the right style of base where you can get incredible value from your queen charge by getting 3 air defenses and then also having that queen survive for the cleanup. Clown Surfers, getting into the thick of it here, asks me, being to FINLAND twice now, what is the best and worst experience non-clash related besides Mist Plains? That's a great question, Clown Surfers, and first let me tell you the good stuff. On my first trip to Finland, probably the best thing that we did It's a tie. Some of the cuisine and the local Finnish food, as well as some of just the really nice restaurants that we went to, were extremely memorable. Some of the food that we had was absolutely amazing. So that was a great memory for me for sure. But if I had to pick an event that we went to do, it would have to be the helicopter tours of Helsinki. We went up in my first Finland vlog and we toured Helsinki. I got some great footage of that. Absolutely beautiful place. And from the skies, it seemed much smaller than it does on the ground. It's definitely a smaller footprint than you'd think. And Finland in general is much smaller than most places that you would find in the United States. So the helicopter tour, probably my number one. And as far as the worst experience in Finland, hands down, 100%, the second trip, I got sick, like deathly sick. So crazy sick that I was missing, the fun stuff that we were going to do, some of the recording. I missed a full day of rehearsals. I showed up to the stream not knowing what was going on, but I tried my best to pull it together. And then to make matters worse, not only did I have pretty much every symptom known to man, literally diarrhea, nausea, pink eye. It was just a really bad sickness virus, fever, headache, puking, nasty. And then it was like, okay, now that your time here sucked the whole time and you missed most everything and had to sleep in your hotel room after traveling to Europe, well, why don't you hop on a plane and try to make it home while you're essentially chained to the toilet? Oh my God, talk about a terrible trip. 22 hours of travel. I don't even want to think about it. Thanks for the question. Alan Medanilla. That's easy. Alan Medanilla. I got you. Blog will be posted about your awesome adventure in Finland. Now, going back to the last question on the best and worst Clash-related experience, or non-Clash related experience, my full intention last trip to Finland was to vlog the trip, and I actually recorded the first day and a half. Then I got sick, really sick, and I was down for the count, to the point where I was not making it out of bed once the entire day. I did not eat for 3 days. Because of that, I did absolutely nothing exciting, and it would have been me sleeping for the entire vlog. So I decided not to upload, and I just, lost that footage essentially, and I was a little bummed out about it because I really wanted to share my time with you guys, but honestly, it was nothing special. So we'll have to share the next one with you when I head back to Finland. Chance923 asks, Powerbang Gaming, what are your views on the Clash War League, and who are your top 3 contenders to win it all? That is a great question. Chance923, absolutely loving the Clash War League. It's called the Champions War League, I believe is the name that they've settled on. It started out as the Clan War League, but they didn't want to get any legal issues with having Clan War be the same, as a term in Supercell or something like that. So anyways, Champions War League, still going with the acronym CWL. I think it's a fantastic idea. I'm looking forward to bringing much more information on this subject in the very near future. This is going to be huge, guys. We're talking a league of some of the best clans in the world, demand out the door to get into the league, to participate. It's an NFL-style league, for those of you not familiar, National Football League, essentially modeled like the American Football League. Very successful, very interesting league from the outside looking in. And I feel like Clash of Clans finally has an opportunity, with the mods for the most part behind us, with the community kind of being patched together, and with the developer backing a lot of these styles of ideas. I feel like esports are finally an opportunity, or something that we can look forward to in the near future with regards to the Clash of Clans mobile game. This is going to be community driven to start, but I hope that we can get the developers' support as we continue to take this seriously and provide an awesome league with, really polished rules. Huge props to the admins of the league. Very impressed with the quality of product they've put out so far. We've got week 2 coming up this week, WHF versus Midwinter, so make sure you guys tune in for that. I will be streaming it on Saturday on Twitch. To get to the last part of this question, though, who are your top 3 contenders to win it all? I would be remiss not to mention WHF. I feel like we've got as good a clan as anybody out there, as long as we're, hitting on all cylinders and not slumping, which we are right now. Still getting by with wins, though. Beating a lot of good clans lately, and getting a 1-0 record to start off the Clan War League was huge, even though we had one of the worst Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 11 versus Town Hall 10 statistics in the league. We also had among the best Town Hall 9 hit rates and the best Town Hall 10 hit rate. Actually, might have been second best on the Town Hall 10s due to a late entry, but really, really proud of the guy's performance. So I gotta say WHF is up there in my personal favorites, and obviously that's biased, guys. Another clan that's very hot right now that I feel is going to do extremely well in this league is the Swarm. Big shout out to them as they've been very hot lately, beating a lot of excellent clans and beating them convincingly to boot. So definitely keep your eye on the Swarm. If I had to pick a third clan to watch out for, I would definitely have you guys keep a watch on North Remembers. I feel like they're always very solid. And, you know, they should be looking to do big things in this league. Now, there are many more extremely good clans. I would say that probably the top 20 clans in the league all have a shot to make the playoffs and, you know, do some really big damage in the playoffs, trying to get that Super Bowl victory. So those are my thoughts on the Clan War League, which is going to be known, I believe, as the Champions War League from here on out. I have more news to share on that in the very near future, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this video of AxePB. If you want to ask me a question and have me answer it here on this video, definitely head over to my Twitter, AxePB in the hashtag, and make sure that you send me your tweets, and I will feature it in the next video potentially. That's going to be all for this episode, guys. This is Powerbang. Thanks for your questions. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care and have a good night.